when Anthony Davis was playing with the New Orleans Pelicans, where were they ranked? Wasn't good. So to combat your point, Max, about two top 10 players on the same team, like I've seen, there's facts. I've seen what AD has been able to accomplish on his own. That's LeBron James raising the expectations and the level of excellence for Anthony Davis. Okay, all right. Well, I can name a lot of teams in NBA history that have won world championships that have had a multitude of great players on the same team. Boston Celtics, Lakers, to go back in the day. So that combats your point right there, first and foremost. Secondly, it's interesting. You always use the word prove. I'm going to tie something all the way back into you. You know, I always hear you say Kevin Durant has to prove to me that he has to win titles on his own. So I'm going to use your own kind of thinking against you here, Max. So when, you always reference Kawhi, finals MVP, he did this, he did that. He beat a hobbled Golden State team. He beat a team, and do you see what Kevin Durant did that game he came back? And I still thought that
was Miami hobbled when he beat LeBron James and won the MVP?
Okay, but he wasn't the primary guy. He didn't have to carry that whole team. I'm sorry, who was on that team? That was with the Spurs. Even though Tim Duncan was at the latter part of his career.
By the end of that series, he was dropping 20 points a game and guarding LeBron.
How long ago was that, Max?
Right, but then, so what do you want? You want recent, last year, he's the finals MVP?
No,
or you want ancient history when he beat LeBron for MVP of the finals?
If you're using past history as measuring marks, then LeBron James is 3 times finals MVP. He's 3-time champion. So he still wins in that category. I even combat your point on that, Max.
No, but we're talking about matching up Kawhi and LeBron.
You're talking, let me finish my point for a second. You're talking about that people have to prove to you. So I'm just using your same argument against you when it comes to Kawhi. Kawhi still has a lot left to prove about beating a fine, firm team that's healthy to win a world championship. That's going back to you. So if you want to match up LeBron and Kawhi, still LeBron has the edge because of what LeBron brings to the table. He's in the finals MVP conversation. He's even more sustainable. You've been trying to use the argument about playoffs, but that's still down the line about the Clippers being more loaded of a team. But LeBron James, the year he's played 60 games as opposed to Kawhi playing 50 games. He's battled through injuries. Like it's Kawhi, it's LeBron James. By far is the best player in the NBA. By far is the best player in the NBA.
That used to be true.
LeBron, I mean, it's been true for much of LeBron's career. I've been enjoying watching this. I'll chime in just a little bit. For much of LeBron's career, he's been the best player in the world, and he's had a slight decline, but he's still the best player in the world. Last year, Kawhi took...
He had a slight... Dominic...
I'm talking about Max's stats from his PER. He had a slight decline in his performance, and he had an injury last year. So his injury last year gave an opportunity for Kawhi to step up and take it. And the same sort of thing happened with Steph Curry not too long ago, where for a second, we all got tricked into believing that Steph Curry was the best player in the world. That's all that's happening. You got a little short-term bias here, right here, Max. And LeBron was injured last year. The playoffs may have been totally different without that. Like, I feel like I would agree with you if LeBron came back from his injury and was bad or much less than what he was. I would say, all right, it's somebody else's throne. LeBron came back this year and is in the MVP conversation. You can't just take it off of one playoff performance, one playoff run from Kawhi, and that was riddled with injuries on the championship. No, we are not counting. I don't care about your 20 points. We're not counting that Spurs championship as a notch on Kawhi's resume
off that team
for the best of all time. Okay, you can take one player off of a bunch of teams and they won't win.
They don't win.
Take Kawhi off that team and replace him with another all-star who plays defense, and probably the Heat win still. Kawhi was special.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.